It's an interconference and with pregame routine.
Well,
And DA, it's obvious that Stan has a real love for the game. Here's hoping he turns that storied franchise around. And Chris, still early in the season, is the pecking order of teams still up in the air, or is it starting for you to lock in?
Well, it starts to lock in for a couple of teams. Those teams that you see start off.
시그니처요? 아니요. 안 만들 거예요.
for the Thunder.
신발 안 만들어. 귀찮아 죽겠어. 만들려고 하면 그냥 단색으로 하나 그냥 만들어 놓게.
And the Thunder with the possession here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Well, the opponents ran some pretty good sets too. I mean, let's be honest, creating some nice open looks.
On the court for the Pistons, Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. Lure and Drummond together down low. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to Lure.
방송 끝나고
Left side Harris. The putback control.
도시 오브 봐야겠다. 도시 오브.
Now the energy Drummond has on the glass is really ridiculous. He's a spark plug, a real spark plug.
The dish now to DJ.
아 이거 좋아. 세네 시간에 세네 시간을 공들였어요. 귀찮아.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
나이스 인선이. 인선이 아래 함 줘. 함 줘.
Anthony dishes to DJ.
그렇지.
Coming off Anthony's feet. DJ's got 5 now.
They've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start the night.
Outside Bradley. Pass to Harris. Over George. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
아, 그거 수정 안 돼요. 한 번에 만들어야 돼.
Outside Westbrook. No good on the triple.
Well, they weren't going to stay perfect forever, but still shooting 80% from the floor to start the game.
Westbrook against Jackson. Kicks it to Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Lure. Here's Jackson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
DJ kicks to Westbrook. Over Jackson.
야, 점프력 봐. 서브로.
Missing again. The Pistons trailing.
점프력 하나 찍을 걸.
On the wing. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
아, 스크린 잘 붙였다.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Adams with the screen on Harris. Jumper off the screen. A nice shot by George. George has got his first bucket of the night.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Outside Jackson. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Over Anthony.
가자.
That one off the back iron and out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Back to Westbrook. From outside the arc.
아이고, 좋아.
To go on the assist by Westbrook. 8 points for DJ.
And DJ makes some quick decisions. When the D isn't up on him, he burns them with the catch and shoot, Jimmy.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams.
과연 내가 센터 골 밑에 있는 게 도움이 될까? 얘는 뭐 하냐? 리바 작업하고 있어 얘네.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. On the court for the Pistons. Lure and Drummond together down low. Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. Screen by Adams.
체력이 없다 나.
From outside off the mark. And Greg with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity
도움이 안 되는
to
것 같아,
display
골
what he
밑에서.
can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head, and you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than
맨날 지냐 우리
most
팀은.
would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
이유가 뭐지?
Here's DJ. Outside for
까불지
George.
말자. 아직 그럴 짬 아니다.
Anthony left side. And it's Lure with the rebound.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Harris kicks to Jackson. Outside Bradley. Lure the screen. Back to Jackson. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Plenty of space. Offensive rebound. And Drummond is right there.
드러머도 리바운드 몇 개야
They've
지금?
shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Westbrook. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around
Good.
and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his
왜 지는지
numbers would
모르겠어요,
get
얘네
him
자꾸.
off.
9승
But I don't think
8패인데
anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the
Saliba.
league. And he's just
꼴조지.
a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Jackson with it. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Lure can't hit.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
야, 볼 조지 마.
And he lays in the alley-oop.
저기서
The
뛰어들어오네.
attitude of Westbrook continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to Cleveland.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Well, Greg, what amazed me was they could sustain nothing on offense. They'd make a couple of buckets, then go right back into their shell.
5 to shoot. And the basket by Harris.
Timeout.
Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, you love the use of the mid-range jumper from
4점.
Harris. Just takes his time and makes sure he's in rhythm before releasing his shot.
Now a timeout called by
득점
Oklahoma.
너무 못한다 애들.
Well, Chris, as you look around the league and with all the great players in it, who would you like to have played with that's playing right now?
Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, you look at all the big fellas. I definitely would love to play with the Cousins or Davis. You look at guards. I mean, how could you not want to play with Westbrook, Harden, or LeBron? I mean, it's like telling a kid, go in the candy store, what candy do you want to pick? It might take him an hour. He might pass out just with the excitement. I don't know. There's so many great
해보고 나 있다.
players in this league, man. It's so
줄 리가
hard to
없지.
choose one.
나이스.
How about you just take any of the top 10 and whichever one I pick out of the hat, I play with them and be happy.
I like that. How about in the past, guys you would have
더럽게
liked to have
묻는다,
played
진짜
with
애들.
when you were playing the game?
Wow, that's a good. Late in my career, Kevin, I could have played with Tim Duncan. I've always thought that would have been like Shaq, KG. It would have been other big players at that time when you needed 2 guys inside to play. So it definitely have been guys that I respect battling and going up against, and those would have been the first I would look to play with. But those guys come to mind first and foremost.
아, 느리다 드리블.
DJ passes to Adams.
지켜봐.
Now here's DJ. He's got 8. Outside Westbrook from the arc. He scores
shot.
the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Well, I like how DJ actively looks for the open teammate, whipping the ball over beautifully and quickly.
There's the pick. Lobbed up there for
나이스.
Drummond.
뛴다.
Stolen by Adams. 3 on
Look.
3.
뒤에 있다.
Here's Westbrook.
줄
So
리가
the
없지.
whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players.
어빙은 주는데
Andre
들어가다가.
Drummond has been on display for the Detroit Pistons. His stat line has been terrific. As the
12
quarter
점.
ends, he's already got
아이고,
a
소리.
double-double. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can... DJ is checked in for Alex Abrinas.
9점. 많이 줄었네. 그래도 9점.
Adams is out there with Anthony. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's DJ in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Anthony. The shot's
좋아.
good on the assist by George. And it's 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Lure against Westbrook. And Lure kicks to Jackson. Drummond a screen. Shot clock at 6. Jackson misses. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
참 빨리 줬으면 좋았을 텐데.
Now here's DJ, guarded by Bradley.
아이 미친.
Pistons leading by 7. Here's Harris.
아이고.
Again, the miss by the Pistons.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easily.
And George kicks to DJ. And there's the feed to Westbrook.
찬스.
Moving it around.
굿.
That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Hey, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Pistons have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Bradley kicks to Lure. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
8점.
Lure's got 16 points.
But that lead's only going to keep growing if he keeps shooting it like he has so far.
Outside Westbrook. Feeds to DJ.
아우 잘못 썼다.
Oklahoma City keeping it alive with the new 24-7
앵클 브레이크
shot clock.
걸렸는데 서브로.
Back to Westbrook.
뭐야?
Stolen by Jackson.
패스 실패야 설마? 미치겠네.
Over Westbrook. That one a little long.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
뚫렸네.
Here's DJ. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
The intensity from DJ. He's superb at rising up and getting the D to foul him when he's looking to shoot. And you so often hear about how much Detroit Pistons fans pride themselves on the defense of this team. It's a part of the franchise's identity. All the fans in Detroit definitely love their defense.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Wells is checked in, and a different look here for the Pistons. Marjanovic checked in for Drummond. Stanley Johnson comes in for John Lure. Langston Galloway's checked in for Bradley. And Smith subbed in for Jackson. And only a handful of teams have a franchise identity like that with the Pistons in defense.
웰스.
Maybe the Lakers playing up-tempo or Memphis grinding it out.
Well, yeah, not many teams or franchises have an identity, and that's what makes it so special to play in Detroit for that reason. There's nothing like hearing the crowd get hyped for a defensive stop.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
Well, he has the ability to make some subtle adjustments. I mean, just create just enough space to get your shot off.
Screen by Adams. Here's Wells. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And with Tobias Harris, he's a player who bounced around more than you would think in the early part of his career. C-Webb, he was traded twice in his first run.
야, 이겼네.
Oklahoma City picking up the win. Probably